Hello and welcome to Qubes OS Summit 2024. It's my pleasure to welcome you in this wonderful event. I'm very happy that there are so many of us, despite there are still free seats. I think we should have slightly bigger overbooking, but anyway, Marek, do you want to say something?
No. Hello, welcome.
Okay, let's go with welcome slides.
Yeah.
So we have 3-day events. We're starting today, Friday, 20th September, and finishing on Sunday. Together with Invisible Things Lab, 3M Dep is organizer of this event. And we, of course, couldn't do this without our wonderful sponsors. So let's start with Platinum sponsors. Freedom of Press Foundation is our generous contributor. They even decided that our biggest package is too small, so they added something more. So we should thank them very. We agree on the commitment of Freedom of Press Foundation to defend press freedom and digital privacy. And of course, we would like to support them in building secure communication tools. This supports with the mission of Qubes OS Summit to have this coordination between developers and the users of Qubes OS. So thank you very much for sponsoring us, and huge applause for Freedom of Press Foundation. Our second Platinum sponsor is Malvat. We know Malvat very well. This is very well respected privacy, very transparent and privacy company. They helping us with their VPN, but they also have a browser, which some of you might be using. So what is more important, you can support those who support us. You can, of course, use their service, use their web browser, and I think that's the best way to thank Malvat for sponsoring 3M Dep. So huge applause for them. So we also have two silver sponsors, Nova Custom and NitroKey. Nova Custom deliver Qubes OS certified hardware, which maximize transparency and trustworthiness. They, of course, also use open source firmware like Dasharo. So we are very thankful for sponsoring the event. And there's also NitroKey. They also selling hardware with Dasharo, but also with heads, which is very important. But I guess like NitroKey is very popular from selling USB FIDO tokens. And they also contributed as a silver sponsor. So huge applause for Nova Custom and NitroKey. And there is small contribution from Startups Ltd. Startups is a company which use Qubes OS, which use a lot of open source, and they decide to contribute something through Open Collective. So applause for Startups. Okay, little bit of history. I always have this slide with logos, but of course at some point there will be so many logos that I will not fit on this slide. There is a 6th event. I'm very happy that it started in 2019 as a very small meeting and kind of evolved to this conference, and I hope to grow it even more. Of course, with new hardware vendors, with new community members, and yeah. So maybe let's talk a little bit what we were able to accomplish over last year. So first of all, we increased the number of Qubes OS hardware certified devices from 6 to 9. It's a 50% growth, but last year we reported 100% growth from 3 to 6. Yeah, so those numbers are still not very impressive, but we're going in correct direction. If we can keep the 50% growth, that would be very good. Of course, like I guess it have to be a little bit more because units of hardware are.
Yeah, or maybe 3 more models each year.
Oh,
that's also good.
Yes. But the problem is, of course, some hardware getting older and it's no longer available, like those ThinkPads. They kind of like you can take some refurbished one, but it's slower number on the market. Qubes HCL statistics also not growing so fast. Last year we reported like 138, something like that, growth of the Qubes HCL. This time just 61. But it's up to you to promote Qubes and to tell people to just run the report and send the report to the community so people know what other hardware than the certified one runs Qubes well. Or if it's not well, then at least we know what's the problem. So I guess a great achievement is Qubes OS release 4.2 and subsequent smaller points of releases, but I guess Marek will have that during his presentation in detail, so I will not go too much in that. There are several UX improvements and new graphical tools, including new Qubes Global Config, which is very nice. There is FWPD integration, so you can already update your firmware from Qubes. Of course, this was contributed quite some time ago, but there were also some problems, and it took time to introduce that into Qubes. My selection of community projects is like my personal opinion of Ben Grande Kusal, which is kind of aggregation of salt stack configs also from Anman. So this is great project in my opinion because it speed up the new instance of Qubes setting up according to what you did on your previous instance. So I really recommend learning Salt and using it for configuring your devices, and this project should help you with that.
Yeah, but this also shows that community around Qubes is growing. We have more and more community projects that are built around Qubes, so it's great.
Yeah. Some improvements on event organization. I think like this time it was way less chaos. We had the location for some time booked. The CFP process was great because we even rejected quite some topics.
A lot of submissions.
Yes, a lot of submissions. Some unfortunately some cancellation last minute like yesterday, but we will let you know about that. And we replaced that with some design session. So that's one thing. I guess other improvements are much better communication, and I think like the video setup here is also well managed by our team. So maybe round of applause for our team for putting these cables together. What's coming? Like I'm repeating that again, but those are important things. And we should really work together to make it happen. So UEFI Secure Boot integration. I have my own presentation where I will tell why it is important, despite there is a lot of FUD around that. Yes, Trench Boot anti-evil mate. I guess it's going very well. Like, can you say 1-2 sentences about Trench Boot support? There will be presentation today, but I guess even with some nice surprises. So stay.
Yeah, my slides about that also say.
Okay. Let's not spoil it too much here. Certified hardware with Intel Boot Guard for those who want it. Even the version of fusing your own keys. This is something we're working on. It's not that easy because there is a huge risk of damaging your hardware in irreversible way. So this have to be done in a careful manner. UEFI capsule update. This is something very important that is natural next step after FWPD integration, because now we have to go for certified, let's say certified Nova Custom laptop. We have to go to BIOS and run this firmware update mode, which temporarily disables the logs, reboot and do the update and gets back and enable the log. So this is kind of workaround. Of course, this is very hard to interrupt this process and like remotely probably not possible. But anyway, this is not perfect. The better way is UEFI capsule update in a way that you're essentially feeding the capsule, rebooting, and core boot, fetching this itself and do the update. So that's very good feature to have. And it's compliant with a lot of FWPD plugins. SMI transfer monitor, this is other thing which is important to protect us against potentially malicious SMI interrupts.
Yeah, but this, I guess, will be covered in the separate presentation.
Yes, I'm not going into details with that. So in terms of growth of the users, I guess the growth is steady. I really don't like that this is different colors because the previous one was 22. Because if this would be the same color, we will see better this animation. But anyway, it looks like it's, I would say 10%, like solid 10% growth. So congratulations to Qubes OS team for that, and I guess let's keep that tempo.
You can see a small number of 4.3 already.
Yeah, that's me. No, I guess that's the developers of Qubes OS and probably associated like community members. Okay, in terms of like achievement from last year in the low level stuff, improvements in UEFI secure boot, many in Dasharo. So that was thanks to Marta. Of course, this is like already quite old, but anyway, we didn't share that yet. In case of vision for the next years, from perspective of 3M Dep and Qubes OS certified hardware and how to support it, we have very old OptiPlex 7010 finally coming up, but it will include anti-evil mate. So and it's very cheap hardware, like it's like, I don't know, 150 euro or something. Not much memory, but anyway, this could be interesting for some people. There's Odroid H4. The question is if this like 48 gigs of memory is enough, but that's the choice you probably will have. And new Nova Custom laptops coming. I guess that will follow up also with new Nitro Key hardware. And who knows, maybe there is something behind the scenes going on. I don't know, Marek knows better. Qubes anti-evil mate should be finalized. We have some plans for supporting not only CBIOS but also UEFI. This is already founded. The plan is known. It's just a matter of time to develop that and upstream.
A lot of that.
So I don't know if we will share that next year, but we hope so. There is also AMD support. Of course, like everyone would like to see more AMD hardware because AMD is right now the great company. Yeah, but it has its own issues. But they right now, as it was said at Linux Plumbers conference, should release the documentation which allow anti-evil mail development and upstreaming. Yeah. UEFI Secure Boot, I already said. Qubes Security Report, this is something that we will have design session about. Yeah, and more probably on Marek's talks. Okay, so today we have a first day of conference, which I will tell you about the agenda in a second. After that, we have a after party in Sud Block, as always. And tomorrow is another conference day, and on Sunday we have a hackathon, which is in the same hours from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, and on hackathon, if you have some ideas during the presentation on something, you can plan what you'd like to do during hackathon. So it's we have some time where we are together and do some funny stuff.
Yeah, I already have some ideas. I definitely have to learn how to use Qubes Builder version 2. It's like something very hard for me. Okay, so we are right now at the first presentation. The next presentation is Qubes OS development status by Marek. After that, we will have Qubes OS graphical user interface changes and future perspective by Marta. Like we always welcome this talk because it's like a little bit different perspective than most of us have. Enhancing OS awareness of hardware security capabilities. This is design session, which will contain materials that I already discussed on Linux Plumber conference and would like to bring this to your attention. We will see where this will go. Passwordless encrypted Qubes OS 15 after 12. This is by Nestir. I don't know how to spell that, I'm sorry. From NitroKey. Then we have very long lunch break, as it was requested last time because 1 hour was not enough. So it's like 1.5 hours this time. Perfect. Yeah, I know that this is the best part of the agenda. Then after the lunch we have how to architect your Qubes OS with SaltStack by Ben. It's like I'm very happy with this talk, and I will tell you quickly why. Because last time I gave a SaltStack talk, and it was noob talk. It was like lame talk because I was so weak in this SaltStack, and Ben said like, you know, this you can do better, that you can do better. And I said like, Ben, can you have a talk next time? And he said, I don't know, like please. And I said, okay. And yes, we have this talk, and this is like when my talk was in kindergarten. This is like a high school or college stuff, yeah. So yeah, Flashkeeper by Thierry. This is also very interesting talk. What we can do with the security of the platforms and how to go in the direction of stateless laptop. Then anti-evil mail from Michał from 3M Dev. After that, we will have rolling. I guess this is something that is. I guess
this one is cancelled.
This is cancelled, and I didn't update the slides. Yeah, this one is cancelled, and did we replace?
Yeah, I think we moved the update on Qubes OS a bit earlier, and we have some time for
for discussion.
Discussion.
Okay, so that's the plan. I'm sorry, I just forget to update this slide. And then we just closing, and 7:30 p.m. we meet at Sud Block, and I will. So the details of the agenda are behind these links. You can just simply go to cfp3mdev.com and you will find Qubes OS, or to vpub-aro.com, and there is embedded version of the agenda there. And the after party will be in this place, just Sud Block. I don't know how far it is from here. I don't know.
Last year, some of us walked there, so it's
how?
not.
Maybe like 30-minute walk.
30 minutes walk.
10-minute subway.
Okay.
Like okay. So that's it, and a little bit about the rules and other stuff. So please respect code of contact. Please respect each other's opinion. This is like a technical event. We don't want to go too much into other stuff like politics or this kind of stuff. Please follow the safety and healthy protocols. Talks are streamed and recorded unless you reported to us that you don't want that. Drinks and sweets are for free. There is the case with the toilet. There is a badge for the toilet. Toilet is like closed. You need this badge. So please take the badge. It will be near the doors.
And then return it.
Yeah. Please return it.
Or you can go with the lift to the other.
Yeah, the toilet on -1 level is open, but you need to go to the using the lift, not stairs, because stairs are closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. The communication channel is on Matrix. It's Qubes-Summit. If you want to talk, that's a great way to connect with other people, also those who are remotely.
How do you ask questions to presentation if you are online?
Yeah, that's a very important thing. We have a mic, and we would like to ask you, if you want to ask questions, please go to the mic and ask to the mic, because people then complaining they don't hear the question. The speaker not always repeating the question.
Yeah. So at the end of presentation, just queue up to the mic there, or online. Do we have?
I guess we will look online for the questions at the stream.
Yes.
And I guess if there will be any questions online, we will try to pick some. Of course, I don't think we can answer everything, because there is some limit to.
Yeah, we have 5 or 10 minutes for questions reserved, something like that. So,
yes, unless someone finished earlier. In case of any issues, violation of code of conduct or this kind of stuff, please contact people from 3M Dev or from best probably Marek or me. So we will deal with that. In case of merchandise, there are free and paid one. The Qubes OS Summit official T-shirt is €25, and it's available, I guess, back there. There are also
here.
Here.
Yeah.
There are also some stickers, some other stuff lying there. I guess you have also some stuff.
Yeah, we have also T-shirts from from the last year, and for the other designs of Qubes OS T-shirts. There is also some price for them. I don't remember, but they are on the back.
Yeah. So if you want to get some stuff, support us in that way. Please.
And there are very few, but we still have Qubes OS mugs.
Okay.
I have 10 of them or 5. So
it's a unique series. Please consider. Okay, I guess that's it. How we look into with time.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. Yeah. So, any questions? Maybe there are.
Just a quick question. Because there are some empty seats, is it for folks who wanted to come in person but were not able to come? Is there Yeah, is there a moment when we decide that we can allow people or invite people who wanted to join? Is that not?
That's a
yeah.
good question.
That's a very good question. Yeah, I assume some people, even 10 a.m. is for some is very early, so.
So there is also a possibility that because we didn't have division of the, per days, yeah. So people who probably, for example, will come tomorrow, they just like booked the ticket, and we have like free seat right now.
Yeah, but I guess we can, if there are some people who are in Berlin and want to come, they can try, and if the room will be free, then if there will be some free space, then
Yeah. So right
Yeah.
now, for those who watching us on YouTube, like we can say there are quite a lot of seats. Like I would say like 50% seats are free. I guess we can assume that 20% will be free no matter what. Yeah. So I guess like that's our. We have to learn how to do this, like, and like what kind of percentage of overbooking is allowed for us. Yeah.
Learn from airlines.
Always.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I don't think that's a good example, but yeah.
Like we're looking for candidates who wants to resign from his seat. That's the problem they sometimes face.
I have a question from the internet. That is, where should people ask questions from the internet if they would?
This is the question I asked here. So either on YouTube in comments or in the Matrix channel, I guess. Do you monitor Matrix? Matrix. Yeah.
So please go to the Matrix channel and ask the questions on Matrix channel.
Qubes Mini Summit channel, right?
Qubes Summit.
Qubes-Summit.
Qubes-Summit on matrix.org.
Yes.
How about YouTube stream chat?
Yeah, I guess like we will not follow the YouTube
No.
stream chat.
No,
Yeah.
no comments on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, that was. We didn't thought about that. I'm sorry. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, I think we can take a short break before next presentation for the setup. Okay, thank you very much.